So hey folks, and welcome back to another video. And on today's video I've just taken the Tiger 1200 Rally Pro into Ewell's Triumph dealer in Blackburn, and they've just done the new firmware update to add the additional support for the suspension lowering. Now this is a feature I think a lot of you will be interested in. This is a feature that allows you to press a button to lower the suspension down by 20 millimeters, and this will allow you to flat foot, or most people to flat foot the bike through town. And then what that feature does when you get to, I think it's about 54 miles per hour, it then raises the suspension up. Now you can raise it and lower it manually by the same home button just on the right hand side bars just here. I'm going to demonstrate that, and also while I'm sat on it. The surface that I'm on just now is a little bit uneven, but normally I'm on tiptoes with a 32 inside leg, and I'm 6'2". Now they did give me the instructions to do this. This is out of the new handbook, so if you're buying a new Triumph Tiger out of the showroom, this will already have been a feature and programmed into the bike. If you've got a bike that's maybe a year or two old like this one, then go back to your dealer, ask them to put it on. It took actually only half an hour to add the new firmware, whereas normally I think it was taking 2 or 3 hours previously. So really quick today. I expected to be there a lot longer, but I wasn't. So let me just sit on the bike for you. Okay, so as you can see, the surface is uneven, so my right foot is nearly flat-footed, but my left one definitely is on tiptoe. Now when you turn the bike on, just let the dash come up so you can see. Okay, so if you hold the home button down 1 second, you'll see now that you've got a flashing suspension icon down in the bottom right hand corner. And now that bike is actually lowered down. Like I say, it lowers by 20 millimeters, so I'm flat-footed both sides now. Now I have a 32-inch seam on my leg, but if you're around 28 to 30, I reckon you could still flat-foot this. This function I think is brilliant, and I wish it had come as standard from new, but they've added it, which is brilliant. And if I hold that button again for a couple of seconds, it'll start to raise the bike back up. So you can raise it manually, or you can just take off through the town, and obviously at speeds under 54 miles an hour it will stay lowered. So now I'm a little bit more raised up, and again I'll just show you that. So hold it for 1 second, flashing spring just in the bottom right hand corner, and now the bike has settled down 20 millimeters. When I put the screen in my usual position where I can see the miles per hour, now that spring is on the left hand side of the screen and everything works perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the suspension set down just now. Also, if you're maneuvering the bike out in and out of your garage or your garden, it's always best to lower that down now. And with the home button just on the right hand side, you can do that. Okay, so let's go for a ride. I'll show you when we get to 54 miles per hour how it lifts up and what it does on the screen, and you can see that. Like I say, if you haven't got this feature on your Tiger 1200, get yourself down to your dealer, ask them to put it on. Obviously a lot easier moving a bike around even on uneven ground when it's lower. So while you keep the bike under 54 miles an hour, the suspension will stay down. So if you're actually in a town and in 30 limits and things like that, you're not going to get it rising up. So it's easy to flat foot at traffic lights and when you're stopping and starting in traffic. Now we need to get up to 54 miles per hour. Now if I can't get up to that speed, that's fine, because I can actually hold the home button down and then it will bring the suspension back up again, which is fine. So you can do it manually, or it will do it automatically, like I say, when you get to 54. Now I believe this new firmware to have been out now for about 8 days. I think Triumph announced this. I knew it was coming. They did have a little bit of a hiccup with a firmware that was throwing an error. So let's see if we can go up to 54. There we go. And the spring, the white spring's flashing as the bike comes up to its normal height, and then the white spring disappears. So that's the bike now set to normal as it is. So it's a great new function. Really, really like it. Wish that I had it on my European trip when I went to Italy. It would have helped. But like I say, it's on all of the new bikes now. If you buy a new bike from the showroom, it's already a feature. But if you haven't got it on your bike, then go down to your Triumph dealer, ask them kindly to pop it on, and I'm sure they will. I hope that Triumph don't start charging people for putting it on. What a beautiful house. Nice little pubs around here. Look at this village. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so we need to go left towards Dunsop Bridge. I know where we are. So I've come up from Blackburn, through Clitheroe, through Waddington, another beautiful little village, up into the Trough of Bowland. We're just going to head back today. I just wanted to show you this feature though, because I've been waiting for this to be done for a while. If I want to do it manually, literally I just hold the home button for 1 second. You can see there it's flashing, little spring, and then the suspension will lower down. That's it, it's stopped flashing, so it's at its bottom now. And like I say, it's 20 millimeters lower, so it does help the shorter rider if you're thinking of buying this bike. But also on the GT and the GT Explorer, the road going versions, not just the Rally, it's on all of them. So what I'm going to do now is just hold that button in, it'll start flashing, and then the suspension will raise up again. When it stops flashing, that's when the suspension is back up again, which it is. So I don't know what's happened to the weather. It seems like as soon as the end of August came, we had summer. It's meant to be going cooler next week, but yeah, I'm all for this. If we can have more of this hanging around, all the better for getting out riding country roads in this stunning, stunning area, which is the Trough of Bowland. If you've never been up here, absolutely get yourself here, guys. It really is one of the most beautiful parts of the UK. And it's nice actually to be out on the bike, because I have just recovered from COVID. I thought that had disappeared and gone, but obviously not. So I had 3 days absolutely flat on my back in bed, feeling like crap. And it's literally taken me about a week to fully kind of get over it, just building my strength back again. Look at that valley. Doesn't get better than that, does it? So I'm going to be heading into Wales in the next couple of weeks, one weekend on the Bonneville, and we're going to do a collab video, I think, with another YouTuber down there near Snowdon. So hopefully that will come off. It's in a couple of weeks. Would be easier just to take the Tiger, really. There's about an hour and a half's motorway journey to do, a little bit more easier, but the Bonneville for riding in Wales is perfect, so looking forward to that. I was just about to say traffic jam in the Trough of Bowland. That's unusual, but cyclists are around, cars can't get past, and it's really, really hotting up. It's 27 degrees. Oh my god. Now, if you watched the last video where we came into the Trough of Bowland in search of chocolates, found a lovely little chocolate shop at Sladeburn, which is behind us actually. We're just about to drop down into Dunsop Bridge. You've got Puddle Duck's Tea Room. Great place next to the river, just there to grab a brew. Little cafe, Some nice seating out back. Can even get a nice ice cream. I think they sell Warling's ice cream, which is a well-known brand from around here. Real dairy ice cream, which is nice. You've also got the car park just there with toilets. And then plenty of folk next to the river making the most of the last few days of sun. I think today being Saturday is the sunny day. Tomorrow forecast torrential rain. So there's Puddle Duck's tea rooms just on the right. Now, looking at those people having a nice tea and scones. I might just get out for a little pub run tonight for a shandy and a bowl of chips. And this is getting painful now. No cars being able to get past the cyclists. Very painful. Anyway, we're going to turn right just up here. Hopefully everyone's going a different direction, especially the cyclists. Nothing against cyclists, but they do create problems with cars trying to pass sometimes, especially when they're riding two abreast. I know these guys are single file, and also they've gone left, which is great, which means I don't have to follow them. Now actually I got away from the Triumph dealer quite nicely. I was expecting to be there for about 2 or 3 hours. That was to do the firmware update on the ECU to give this feature. But half an hour he came and said, "Oh, hi Nick," he said, "your bike's ready." So I didn't get a chance to look around the clothing section because I always buy t-shirts when I go there. They must love me coming in. Now remember this lovely church just on the left just here. I'll try and just pull up. I need to stop and have a good look sometime. Beautiful church in the middle of nowhere. Right, well I'm going to have a nice pootle along these country lanes, head back home, and probably head out again this evening, like I say, to a nice pub somewhere. Make the most of the good weather while it's here. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. It was a small video today just to update you on what's happening on the Tiger 1200 and the new feature. Hope all the guys, I'll share this around the forums and things on YouTube so that all of the Triumph Tiger owners can see. But yeah, I like it. It's a good feature and I'll be using it frequently. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and if you're not a subscriber to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also if you can give the video a big like, appreciate it, and I'll catch you on another video soon. Thanks and ciao for now.